So, here for my week 1, but week 5 of the X9 Draft League. So, this is going to be my very first Draft League battle. I'm very excited for it. I'm going to be facing Jin and the Green Bay Golisopods. So, you can see his team on the right there. You can see the Pokemon that I've picked as well. This is very exciting. It's usually, when I've done team builders before, it's been for other people. Now it's actually for me, so this is awesome. So, I'm going to be bringing Articuno, Mudsdale, Nidoqueen, Tapu Fini, Umbreon, and Xurkitree here. So, I do have Mudsdale and Umbreon for 1 week, just this week, and then they're being swapped out. If you've seen my draft analysis, you'd have seen that Mudsdale has been swapped to a Dragonite, Umbreon has been swapped to a Weavile, and something else got swapped. Their Drampa got swapped to a Berserker, but I'm not bringing Drampa this week. So, for this week, I'm going with these ones. I do have a Togepi, I do have a Kartana, I have a Marowak, a Lola, which I was definitely considering as well, and the Drampa that I just said. I think there was one more, but I can't remember what it was, because it doesn't matter. So, these are the 6 I've gone with. Articuno is the first one here, because of course it has to go in alphabetical order. So, Articuno, I think I did have Marowak over this for a little while, because Marowak does seem pretty good against this team. Against Metagross is a very good Pokemon. You wouldn't think that Articuno is very good against a Metagross, but it does have Shadow Ball, so it can hit it pretty well. And the team is reasonably physical, so that Dreadnought should be a Lucario. So again, that's probably physical, could be special, but the Articuno going to be able to set up a Reflect pretty much could swing the game in my favour because the team is so physical. There could be a special Araquanid, there could be a technically special Pheromosa, but for the most part, it's a pretty physical team. A Reflect is going to be very useful there. I don't need any Psychic coverage on this Articuno. I could run Ancient Power just to hit the Rotom Heat, and I'm kind of a little bit disrespecting the Rotom Heat this week, I think, but I'm going to go with Ally Switch instead. I think probably could be deciding up until the match, but I think the Ally Switch is crucial given one of the strategies that I'm going for. To be able to give one of my Pokemon just one free turn could be the deciding factor in one of the games, because I definitely wanted Air/Shadow Ball and Reflect. I think it could be Tailwind, it could be Trick Room. I don't think I want Tailwinds because we're kind of about the same speeds here for the most part. There is a Pheromosa and a Salamence that would outspeed me, but for the most part it's a pretty even trade of speeds, and I'm just going to try and outbulk rather than outspeed. So another reason why I'm not going Trick Room either on this Articuno. The EV spreads I made at the beginning of the week, and I didn't have any Wi-Fi, so I just made it on my phone, and they do something. Trust me on that, but I forgot what they do, so I'm definitely going to be more in depth now that I will be building on my computer, because I have just moved place, so just got access to Wi-Fi, and I will be able to go into more in depth in the EV spreads, which I do like to do. But these ones, I've pretty much forgotten what they do. That would get a KO on something, or it lives something. Can't remember what it was, but it lives or KOs something, and then the rest is in either physical or special bulk, physical bulk or special attack, depending on which one. So one of the strategies that I've got this week is this Mudsdale. So I've only got it for 1 week, might as well make use of it. And again, because the team is pretty physical, if I get the Staminas going, if I get some Iron Defenses going, then this Mudsdale could just wall completely. And it's paired up with this Nidoqueen that's got beat up. So I'm going to try and beat up my own Mudsdale to try and get the defense boost so I can start body pressing, so I can start just walling the team. So the Nidoqueen, I was debating whether it was Choice Scarf or not, but it doesn't outspeed Pheromosa with the Choice Scarf. It would literally just be the Salamence or a max speed Rotom Heat, and again, I'm a little bit disrespecting the Rotom Heat here. So I have the Focus Sash on here, just so that I can pretty much guarantee the beat up into the Mudsdale. Like, that's the reason this Nidoqueen is here. It's pretty good against the Metagross as well. I don't have Ice Beam to hit the Salamence, but I have Sludge Bomb, and that does pretty well. So Sludge Bomb and Earth Power does pretty well against the team. Ice Beam would have literally just been for the Salamence, I think, so that's fine. The plan of the Nidoqueen, beat up the Mudsdale, hopefully just win. And it's a little bit strange that I'm going for the body press strategy with this Mudsdale, even though he's got 3 ghosts, because he's got Sableye, Delmise, and Runerigus. That Delmise is absolutely coming because I have the Tapu Fini. So, because Rotom Heat is a little bit awkward in Tapu Fini because they both beat each other, but Delmise beats Tapu Fini. Delmise is absolutely coming. So, a little bit awkward with the Mudsdale, but if I get a beat up into my own Mudsdale, then Delmise isn't really, hopefully, going to break through my Mudsdale very quickly. And I should be able to outwall it and just spam some Fissures. So Fissure is there for the ghosts. I was debating Lash Outs, but Lash Outs doesn't really do too much damage, especially because I'm investing all into bulk. So that should be high up in case I want to go for Max Quake. So Yeah, the Lash Out wouldn't be doing really too much damage at all. Fissure gives me an out. If I have to go for a Fissure, then I've got a 30% chance to maybe steal a game. But otherwise, I would just be out bulking at that point, and they wouldn't be able to break me. Even if I wouldn't be able to body press them, I'll eventually hit a Fissure, which is the idea. So that's one of the main strategies that I could be going with. I could, like, maybe a game 2. I'm not sure if it's game 1. I'm still debating on what the actual game 1 league will be, and probably will be decided when I see the 6 Pokemon that he's brought. But one of the strategies is beat up my Mudsdale with the Nidoqueen. So, got the Tapu Fini here. I'm going to be stopping any of the Will-O-Wisps or the Sleep Powders from the Butterfree. Like, Butterfree, I'm not expecting to come at all because I have the Tapu Fini, because the Sleep Powder is useless. Not expecting Will-O-Wisp on the Sableye, but it could be there, and it could be a little bit awkward if the Mudsdale gets Will-O-Wisp, but otherwise my team doesn't really care about it, especially because I have the Tapu Fini. So this is kind of the basic Calm Mind Tapu Fini, but again, team very physical. If I get up on Iron Defense with the Tapu Fini, then I could just be sorted. And it does have, technically, some recovery in Draining Kiss, so it will take a few turns to get the Tapu Fini set up, but if I've got the Mudsdale set up, then they have to focus down the Mudsdale to be able to KO it. In the meantime, Tapu Fini is setting up, so then they can't KO the Tapu Fini. That's the idea behind this, that if I get the beat up off into my Mudsdale and then I switch the Tapu Fini in, they have to either deal with the Tapu Fini, but then Mudsdale's like gone on a rampage at that point because it's been ignored, or they have to deal with the Mudsdale, but then at that point Fini is set up enough that now it is going to be the one that walls and sweeps the rest of the team. So that's what I've gone with the Tapu Fini here. Again, it's going to live something / KO something. Can't remember what it was. Might have been a Delmise thing. Might have been the Delmise overgrowth through Reflect. I don't know. That seems like something I would have done, but I can't remember. The Nidoqueen just outsped, was it Butterfree and Metagross? It couldn't outspeed Rotom Heat, so this was the fastest it could go. That's a Lucario down there, not Dreadnought. So this was the fastest it could go. While outspeeding everything it could outspeed, then just because it's focused, that's just max personal attack, dump some HP. The Mudsdale is just max defense and a bit of creep, so I can try and get that outspeed that Arachnid. So maybe I want to outspeed it in Trick Room if Trick Room does go up, if the Runerigus does come, or the Porygon 2. But generally I'm not expecting Trick Room to go up, so I'm trying to creep that Arachnid so I can get a beat up, not a beat up, an Iron Defense before the Arachnid would hit, and then I could be able to survive in that case and then just start spamming some Fissures. So Umbreon is only here for this week as well, but it's pretty good into this team. The Pheromosa could be a bit of an awkward one into it, and I've been, again, could be Chocolberry going into the max depending on how much I'm fearing that Pheromosa. But Leftovers is taken on the Mudsdale, Citrus Berry is taken on the Tapu Fini, so it's just a Super Berry on the Umbreon at this point, but definitely could be Chocolberry going in. I don't need anything like Yawn. Like, I have a Tapu Fini, Yawn is always going to be super awkward. I've got Taunt there for the Sableye, pretty much specifically for the Sableye. Foul Play is obviously a good move. Helping Hand is a good move to be able to get some super powerful attacks going off. Because again, with the Xurkitree, well, I can say it again, haven't said it yet, but Xurkitree is just Life Orb. It's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do a lot of damage, and Helping Hand could help it do that lot of damage. Because again, I keep saying again, but I haven't told you yet, so it's a surprise. So Umbreon and Xurkitree was another one of the theorized leads. So I've got 3 of them, like Mudsdale Nidoqueen, Articuno Xurkitree, Umbreon Xurkitree. Those are the 3 theoretical leads that I'm going to go with, because the Articuno just reflects so that the Xurkitree is safe and can just start spamming the max moves. Umbreon can go for the Helping Hands and stuff. It can taunt the Sableye to stop any of the quashes, so I can just protect and taunt the Sableye. They can't do anything to my Umbreon to stop it, because they can't fake me out because I'm in a focus. They can't prankster me because I'm a Dark type, so Umbreon can help shut down the Sableye pretty well. So I could leave the Umbreon Xurkitree, just protect, stop the Sableye, and then just max move, not the Sableye, and hopefully get the Beast Boost going in that regard. So Rising Voltage is because Xurkitree is coming to every game, and Xurkitree is the max Pokemon. I'm almost certainly going to be maxing Xurkitree in all of the games that I played this week. So that's why it's Rising Voltage. Even though I've got the Tapu Fini, which could overwrite Electric Terrain that was set up, it's 140 base power as max as opposed to Thunderbolt. So because of that extra 10 base power could be crucial. I've got Energy Ball just as coverage, like to hit the ground type, like the Runerigus. And Dazzling Gleam is a spread move. It's able to hit the Salamence while hitting the opposing Pokemon as well. I can hit the Sableye, so I can just go for Dazzling Gleams to try and get the KO on the Sableye. So this is all the coverage I need. It's pretty much all the coverage that Xurkitree gets, really. But I'm going for superpower. Pretty much max special attack at this point. It's going to be picking up KOs, maybe even on some max mons if I get that helping hand going as well. So, two basic strategies here. KO everything with Circuitry, or wall everything with Mudsdale / kind of Tapu Fini. So, that's going to be the team going in for this week 5, my week 1, my very first draft match. Super excited for this, can't wait.